Now we're going to start on the reflexology part of the foot. Now in reflexology terms, reflexologists believe that the foot, the hand, the face and the ear are microcosms of the whole body, so you can access the whole of your body through various parts of the feet. Now in reflexology terms, the toes represent the head. This section, all the ball of the foot, represent the chest, so that's all the lungs, the shoulder blades, the heart area. The midsection of the foot represents the midsection of the body, which is usually all the soft organs, all of the stomach, the spleen, the kidneys, the liver, and because you have 2 feet, they represent each side of the body. And the lower part represents everything from sort of hips down in the pelvic area. Everything along the big toe side represents part of the spine. So what we're going to concentrate on today and look at today are the head, the neck, the chest area, which is the back of the foot and also the front part of the foot. And we're going to look a little bit at some of the points that we want to look at in the midsection. So we have just massaged the foot with some cream or some oil. So what we want to do now is just make full contact between the hands and toes. And I just want you to put a little bit of pressure on to your fingers and thumbs and slide up all of the toes, front to back, and then the sides. So you get the whole of the bits in between the toes, sliding up. Now this isn't quite how you do it as a reflexologist, but it's a good way of doing it for today. Now we want to go for the bits between the toes and massage all of these too. So as if you are pinching just between the top of the foot and between your toes. The bit on the little fingers, on the little toe side, represents the ear, moving up, the inner ear, moving up again, the eye, and then we get into some of the sinuses. Now sinuses are also on the front part of the foot. So we're going to, just for today, massage the front part of the foot using thumbs and hands, any way you can do it. So use all your fingers so that it just loosens up the front part of the chest, because a lot of this part represents the front part of the chest. It's not on the surface of the foot either side, it is deeper inside in the foot, and so you're just trying to access it through the feet the best way you can. Now underneath the little toe you will feel all the bones under the little toe, and you can go round almost in a circle, and this represents the shoulder blade on that side of the foot. So what we want to do now is do an on-off pressure. So we're going to press down and release it and let it go forward. So it's a bit like the hungry caterpillar. It always goes forward. And this on-off pressure has been found to be the best way of stimulating large parts of the feet. So we're going to work across the whole of this area, which represents the chest, and you can support your foot with one hand and press in, on and off as you go across. Now it doesn't matter the direction, we just want to make as much contact as possible. So you can go across horizontally, vertically, diagonally. The speed of it doesn't matter. It's having consistent pressure that goes on and off. So this is working out all of the chest area. And then once we've completed all of this on one side. We want to come down to the base of the ball of the foot. And you can see there's a natural sort of break in the middle of it. Put both thumbs either side and you're going to press in, and with the fingers on the other side, you're going to allow the foot to bend over. You're going to encourage it to bend while you're pressing in with your thumbs across the whole length of your thumbs. Now what we're doing here is trying to access the diaphragm. Now the diaphragm is a large sheet of muscle that goes just below the lungs, and it goes from the front to the back of the body. And if you can get your diaphragm working efficiently, then what happens is your breathing gets deeper. So we're just trying to stimulate and access that here and loosen everything up. The looser your feet are, as reflexologists, we believe that that allows your body to be less stiff, less painful. Now we're going to work across on this caterpillar walk across the midsection of the body. Now, although there are specific routes to work for waking up the digestive system, we're not going to look at that today. We just want to stimulate the whole of the system, the whole of this area. So when you work on each side of the foot, you can do it this way. So you will be waking up your digestive system, your liver, your kidneys, your spleen. It just depends which side of the body, of the foot you're working on, as to which side of the body you're actually accessing. So we want all of this woken up. Now there's thoughts that your digestive system has a huge amount to do and influences your immune system. So waking it up this way is also helpful. Now having a flexible spine would be very nice. We don't have to be a contortionist, but if we want to release any aches and pains in the spine, one way we can do it is by using this part of the foot. Now from your ankle bone, come directly down and place your thumb down there, so directly in line. This is about the base of the spine, the coccyx part of the spine, and all the way along here represents all the different vertebrae of the spine. So this is the head and this is the tail of the spine. So it corresponds pretty evenly. You come down from where it connects in at the occiput of the head and the neck, down through the neck, down through the shoulders and the lung area, into the midsection of the spine, lower section and lumbar, and then down to the coccyx part here. So we're going to use this caterpillar walk. We're going to just very gently and very evenly walk our way up with this on-off pressure along the spine, or what represents the spine in reflexology terms. Now it's not on the edge of the foot and it's not too high up. You'll feel as you go along that there is a bony section, which is the arch of the foot as it goes along, and it's that section that you want to go along. Either side of it represents some of the muscles and the other structures that help support the spine, but we're starting today with this idea of working up from the base of the spine all the way up, supporting your foot with the other hand, and you can come down, so you don't have to just come up, you can walk down the same way. It's harder to do on your own feet. Now we're also going to look at the midsection in here. Now in the middle of this midsection is where we're going to look along this line. So along the middle of your foot towards the base of this midsection is what represents the kidneys. Now this we can try and stimulate for energy. So we just put our thumb in and do a little circle. It doesn't matter whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. You're trying to feel a little bit below the skin. If you want to think of it as trying to connect to the kidneys, that works really well too. Now a little bit above, about half a thumb up on my feet, is the adrenals. Now they work in partnership with the kidneys, but in reflexology terms, the adrenals are really good for helping with pain relief. So we're going to press into there and do tiny little circles. And then we're going to come up higher. So where we've been working on the diaphragm, just below the diaphragm is the solar plexus. And we're going to put our thumbs in and feel into there, and this will help relax and release large parts of the body. Lots of the nerves from the bottom half of your body going up towards your brain go through the solar plexus. Large numbers of them do, if not most of them. So helping to release this helps your body to relax. So we have kidney for energy. We have adrenals for pain relief. And we have solar plexus for helping to relax and release the nerves. So there are lots of other parts of the body that we could work, but we've done enough for today, and we're really concentrating on the head, the chest, the diaphragm, kidney energy point, pain relief on the adrenals, and helping to relax and release the nerves. Going up and down the spine. You may find that as you go up, there are bits that are painful in your body. Now, as you go through these, see if it correlates to where it actually is painful in your body. So if you're going up the spine and say there's a lower part of the spine, does your spine feel a bit achy in the lower part or up in your neck? Maybe it's up near this big toe, up in the neck. If you have very tight shoulders, shoulder blades, that corresponds to just below this little toe. And so if you go round here, sometimes that can feel a bit grainy, a bit sort of like there's sand in there. Just work it. You're the guide as to how much you want to actually press into it. As a reflexologist, there have been schools of thought that say no pain, no gain. I don't believe in that one at all, and most reflexologists now work at a much lighter level, so that it's just working in to try and persuade things to actually relax and release. So shoulder blades, you can help access through below your little finger. Chest and lungs across here. Energy, pain relief, nerve release. And then as a final thing, what we're going to do is just the whole of our hands over the whole of the feet and just send them a bit of love. Our feet are often neglected. So just send them a bit of love, saying, thank you feet for letting me get around. And then you can try it on the other foot. Thank you for watching. Bye.